Hi, I hope this is the ugliest face you have to look at today. It's early morning on Wednesday before our rehearsal. I thought I would throw together a little video that shows you what I'm working on um, and that to help organize our tunes. And the reason I'm showing this to you is because you might have some ideas on how to describe these tunes. We've talked about it a little bit in rehearsal. When I look down, I'm looking at my screen. When I look up, I'm trying to make it look like I'm looking at you, though you're really not there, and I'm partially here. You see the screen reflecting off my glasses. I apologize for that. That's actually a help for you because then you don't see how ugly or how bloodshot my eyes are. Couldn't do anything about the hair. It's too far to go back to find my hat in the bedroom. I'm going to switch to, if I can, show you what we got here with a database, a very simple database program for the Mac, and it's not really very easily shareable. So I have to do all the work at home, and I can export it to a spreadsheet, and you can look at it, and you can change it there, but it doesn't make any changes to the database when you do that. What we're looking at here is a form that I can use to add the information in, and this is the tune Anna Ivanovic, one of our favorites, that I have added into the database. I'm slowly adding more and more tunes into the database, and hopefully we'll have quite a few, and we can add more and more and more. And my goal is to be able to pull these out of the hat, so to speak, organized, rather than just having this huge pile of tune titles to choose from, and to be able to make quick insertions and have quite a bit of variety in our performances, like at Banter, or if other places we might play at, like Dan's, for instance, or even for contra dances. And maybe we'll be able to get you a way to have some input into it as well, for things that you'd like to play, as we kind of develop a generic or a default tune list of types rather than actually tune titles, so we can make these quick insertions. So we're looking at a program that's called Bento. It's for the Mac, like I said, and I am looking at the form view on this particular database. In the left-hand column over here are a variety of databases and information sources. We're in this one I've labeled Tunes. Now, if I go to this view here, I have a list of all the tunes, which isn't of any help really to you, but I just thought I'd show it to you just to be cool. And then if I go to the graph view over here, or whatever it's actually called, it looks like sort of like a spreadsheet. What it does is it shows the entire database. You can see I've got a few added here, but not all. This is the list of everything, and I'll just go through the columns, and I can add columns here just like you do in Excel, as though you were working in a spreadsheet. Here's the title of the tune. I have the composer. I also put the original band in. Ways that the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can have ways of sorting it and doing searches for particular things. If the need comes up, I'm adding the information in at an early stage, so it'll be there and I won't have to go back and redo the whole list. Next is the type of tune. So it might be a reel, it might be something like you see here, odd meter. It might be a set where I have jigs and swing. And if I do a search for any of these terms that I use on a common basis, then I can filter out a long, huge list of tunes and see just those. So anyway, so those are the types we have here. The genre is kind of, I don't know if I'm really very well refined in my descriptions here on genre. We basically have jazz and folk, we have gypsy, we have things that I come up with, and I don't want to throw a whole bunch in here. I'm trying to be kind of singular in my thinking, so it makes searching simpler. Then I have subgenre. So basically, these are both the same thing, but you know, one is a little more prevalent. So one might be a jazz folk setting, and another might be a folk, like here's a folk jazz setting. So you know, folk is a little more folky than jazz, but both kind of jazzy, you know. So anyway, that's just my thinking. Um, these next three columns that we have here, listening, contra dance, swing dance, these are venues, and we can add to that. I don't know how many we have to add to, but I think we need to think of not the type of place that we're playing, but the type of tunes that we need to fit that bill. So that's why there's kind of more of a generic way of listing these things. The listening category would be for places like dance or banter, etc. Contra dance, of course, is contra dance, and swing dance is what we'd like to get rolling at some point in time, so that we could, go play some swing dance gigs. Those look like they'd be a lot of fun. Uh, Next three columns are descriptive tags that I have come up with, and I'm gonna show you what these are here in a second. As far as what the list I have of tag choices, I have a limited number of tag choices for a good reason. Basically, to make it simpler for organization purposes. The first column is the most prevalent of these tags, and then the second column would probably be secondary. And the third column is just kind of, has, well, it's an additional thing. I don't think I need more than three, but probably the most important things would be the first and the second. Third is somewhat insignificant, and the first, of course, is primary. I say these just based on my experience on working with it so far. So this is all a work in progress, and these are just my thoughts. And this whole row of columns is all I have so far. So I'm bring you into this so you can see it, and maybe you can give me some ideas. And of course, it might affect everybody. So if I go back to this form view, and let me go back and choose Anna again. If I go to the form view, you can see that I can just type in things here as I want to in these text fields, like Orton. I could make this, if it was Orton and Gershwin, for instance, a team. If I could type, I can't even spell Gershwin. Then I could do that. Or if it's the original band is Tin Hat, but then later on we find out that no, it was originally done by John Lee Hooker or something, and Tin Hat just made it big. We might want to put both of them in there. More text fields, like the type, which is tango, and the genre that we talked about earlier is folk. I don't have a subgenre on this one. It seemed clear enough just with that. The venue types, I can choose one or more. So I can choose all three, one, maybe even some of them won't have a venue type, but the purpose is to give it a place to apply the tune to. That's why it would be in the database. And then the descriptive tags here. What I have here, I have two chosen here for 1 and 2. I haven't chosen a 3, so let me just show you what my options are. What I have here is curiosity, dramatic, driving, endearing, gentle, happy, light, lively, maniacal, somber, and sultry. Some of those are similar in ways. Some of them kind of appear to be opposites, though some of the tunes may actually have seemingly opposite descriptive tags that describes the very same tune. So we'll have to see where this goes. I just wanted to kind of bring it to your attention, show you what it looked like, and you can see maybe if you had some ideas on what we could do with it. So I'm going to bring this lovely face back up into the screen and tell you that I look forward to seeing you tonight. Bye.